Hey everybody, what's happening? Oh, I was just around here scraping up a little bit of solder flux and stuff, cleaning up a little bit. I got her pretty much. I pulled these two pots out of here because down here I think is where my problem is. I got one more problem I got to take care of. Everything else seems to be fixed. The normal channel has low volume when it's just the normal channel. When you click it on lead, it's fine. And the lead channel is fine. It's just when you go into normal, it it's like it's at half gain. You gotta almost turn it all the way up, to be able to match volume. So I had hooked all this back up the way that it was when I got the amp, when I took it. The first time I'd ever taken this amp apart was about 6 weeks ago. And that's what these pictures and video and stuff that I've had back then were just basically a record for me. So I had a record of how it was, and I just put it back the way it was. And that seemed to have fixed all the other problems that I remember it having, except for the effects loop. And I think I'm just going to do away with it. If I ever sell it and the people absolutely got to positively have it, I'll hook it back up. But I never use it anyway. I had pedals. I just used basically a tube screamer and a wah, and that basically did everything I wanted it to. And of course, well, I had a whole Boss setup, but I didn't use it much. I just used a distortion pedal with the twin. That's all I ever needed, basically. But yeah, I think that's what I think they had it hooked up on the wrong side, because the orange wire was here, and that is the non-reverb. In other words, the dry channel back to the volume stack, the tone stack, so that when you hit the reverb, it isn't a big volume, it's the same volume. And I got all that working right, all the reverb, everything works right. So I think we just need to get both these wires on the same lug down here, and then everything will work right. So that's where I'm at now. I just desoldered it and cleaned it up. I'm getting ready to solder it back up. I can't make a video and do while I'm soldering. There ain't no way. So, all right, I'll bring you back in a few. A friend of mine asked me if I'd look at this little Acoustasonic for him. Boy, was I disappointed. Man, this thing ain't even got a fuse in it. I guess it's got a fuse transformer, I guess, or something, right? Good grief, man. I just thought I'd throw this little thing in there. Ain't no wonder you guys won't work on them. This is a few minutes after the last part I just made. It's been, I discharged it already. There ain't no voltage in it. But I just wanted to clear up. I didn't have new jacks. I've got the old jacks. I'm going to put them back in these holes for the effects loop, just so nobody can stick their finger in there or stick something in there or whatever. I don't see the need for it. Because it's like I was saying, if I do start playing out again, if I need to plug anything more, need a PA or whatever, I can just use the direct out and just go into the soundboard that way or into the PA. I kind of feel it. I've never used an effects loop. I ain't never needed it. And as quiet as this amp is, it'd be a shame to wire it back in, as noisy as it was. So, anyway. And then over here, I left a little pigtail here. I want a wire coming off of the hot. I want to wire the fan. The cabinet has a fan in it, and it looks like it's original. And I want to wire it up so it'll run off the power switch. So when the power's on, the fan will run. Because these things are known to run hot anyway. And also, I took and redid the mains wiring and made it switch the positive, or the hot and the neutral both. So I kind of like that setup. The fusing and everything's still the way it was. I just ran the neutral over to the switch. I'm gonna have to run one wire in somehow. I might be able to sneak up in because the output transformer doesn't fit exactly in the hole. So I don't know if it had ever been changed. I don't know. Who knows? I might be able to get a hold of the guy. He's still around, but he lives in Oklahoma, that owned the music store. He would know. So I'm hoping I can get a hold of him and really get some provenance on this thing. Because, I don't know if it's worth any real money or not. I kind of doubt it. Because it's been, whoever worked on it before I did, man, they did a number on it. But with this board being, but I had heard, I'm pretty sure that this Stuka I read somewhere where he put a different output transformer in it. So I'm not sure. I've never seen another one. So I just got to put her all back together. And that's about it. I'm just trying to make a documentation of all the changes I did to it. That's about it. I just got to neaten everything up and go around and make sure I got all the solder joints. I mean, they would have probably showed up by now. I ran it pretty hard before it got dark. So, yep, that's it. All righty then. See you. Bye.